Hello everybody, it's FRL204 for the weekly update. So a few things today. First of all, my camera is off center and it's bothering me. So a few things today. First of all, videos this week should all be scheduled as normal. Last week was busier than I thought it would be, but we got everything done, so I was actually impressed. I had a PET scan on Thursday just to make sure everything is going okay. There's nothing new, and thankfully the PET scan was good. There's nothing new. Everything is just darker than it was, which is good. And I got a bunch of x-rays, and we're gonna have to see of my back just to see how that's doing, so we'll get results on that at some point. But so it just made last week interesting. I had that on Thursday. Before I talk about that, so videos this week should be normal, Zelda and Final Fantasy. Streams this week, there will be a Tuesday stream. I don't think there's going to be a Wednesday stream. So, yeah, can't do anything about that. I'm probably not going to be home Wednesday evening, but we will see. Stay updated on Twitter and Discord. Those are the best places to get up-to-the-minute updates. Both of those links are always in the descriptions of these videos. Let's see. So last week was let's see. I had a therapy session. I had the doctor's appointment. I had something else. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was on Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember anymore. I just remember it was a busy week. But this week should be, aside from Wednesday, which it's a family trip. August is time to actually go out with family stuff, so that's fun. So aside from that, this week should be clear. I'm gonna start working on drawings for Patreon and videos and playing Fire Emblem, and it's all good stuff. Speaking of Patreon, August, this month, is the birthday. It's 1 year anniversary of me starting the Patreon, and yeah, it's crazy. It's been a year already. I just want to thank everybody that gave it a chance, everybody that was part of it that is unfortunately not able to, or whatever reason, everyone who has helped over the year in some way to make the Patreon as successful as it is. I really appreciate it. The people that have stuck around since the beginning, the people that helped get it off the ground, just everybody. I'm really, really grateful for each and every one of you for just sticking around, for believing in me, and it's been a fun year. These are the art prints from just since January. A bunch of these are personal drawings, but most of these are Patreon, and that's just crazy. So what I'm going to be doing for this coming month, for the month of August, we're actually going to be running a special promotion on Patreon. I'm going to make a separate video to help promote it. There's also going to be a post that I will put in the description that will talk about it. But for anyone who is a new subscriber on Patreon, if you subscribe during August, you will get a free upgrade for your tier for the month of August's rewards. Meaning, when September rolls around, if you're a $5 person, you'll get the $10 tier. If you're a $10 person, you'll get a $20 tier. Meaning, for $5, you'll get the sketch type drawing. For $10, you'll get a color type drawing. I don't have any upgrades from the $20 tier because there isn't anything past that currently. I might just make a $50 tier that no one will subscribe to, just in case someone wants to put into the 20 and get an upgrade there to a more full thing. I don't know, because that'll just take time. But September is going to be pretty empty for me also, because the Jewish holidays, the New Year and everything, don't start until September 31st this year because of the way that the lunar calendar was pushed off. So September is clear for me in terms of holidays, so I'll actually have time to like fulfill all of that stuff. But if you're thinking about the Patreon, if you haven't heard of it because you're new here, I do an art Patreon. I show my drawings off usually whenever I have them here, but for currently, the tiers are, I believe there's a $2 tier, $1 or $2 tier, which is just like a tip, thank you every month. For $5 every month right now, you can get access to my feed, you can participate in polls, access to Let's Draw videos that I make. I put out a few of them this past month, actually. And access to Discord, a Discord role. For $10, you'll get a pencil type sketch, like a black and white pencil sketch of whatever character you ask me to for the month, every month. For $20, you will get a color sketch. If you want to see some of the examples, like this is a Patreon thing that I did in May. So yeah, this is like the examples are all over the place. It's a bust, like a head to top of the chest usually, depending on size. This is one I went overboard with. That was recent. Let's see. Another one is this is one from February. It's another color one from February. Let's see if I actually have any of the black and white sketches this year. I don't have any black and white sketches for this year because the person who was in that tier actually upgraded. Yeah, this picture I just love. This was also a Patreon reward. This was a Patreon reward. This was a Patreon reward. So yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. This is a Patreon reward. So if you want to get in on that, there is always the link in the description. Let me just get out. I have right over here. I keep physical copies of all of my drawings just because, A, to remind myself, hey, you're actually doing something, and B, because it's just good to remember, and it's very good for advertising. I have no idea where I put my sketch ones. That's weird. This is from last year. I just want to show you. These are all the prints I made from 2018, of all of my drawings from 2018. The entire year. This is the first half of 2019. So, yeah, this year is going to be very full. Very, very full. It is actually, like, looking back, the reason why I keep the prints like this is because, like, when I feel like I've just not been doing anything, I look back and I go, oh, I have been doing something with my life. That's cool. I don't know where I put my prints of the sketches, and that's weird, because I definitely printed them out. Okay, anyway, but yeah. So this year has just been good, and if again, I love drawing. I love every month like getting challenged with ideas. Like some of the people are just like, can you draw this character? Some of the people are like, okay, I would like this like specific situation. I'm like, okay, how am I gonna do that? And some people are like, okay, here's someone that you've never heard of before, and then I have to look them up, and I have to like really like get into, okay, so like what's the characters like? How would they want to be drawn, essentially? And it's really fun. But yeah, so if you are on the fence about trying out the Patreon, check it out. The post will have a whole bunch of examples of artwork. It will have the sketches there so you can take a look. And it will, again, the free upgrade is only for this month, so once September rolls around, you'll just get the standard rewards. But I like to think that the standard rewards are pretty good. You can, again, take a look at the past stuff. I don't just, do things halfway. I try to really draw whatever the characters are. And so take a look. If you want to help promote it, I would also be happy. Once the link is there, you can just either retweet the one that I put on Twitter or wherever else, or share it however you like. But I'm looking forward to getting busy with this. At a certain point, I probably am going to have to cap the commissions because it will become too busy for me. But currently, like, the way that the pricing is, I think it is worth my general time. Like, if I have, like, right now I have like 5 or 6 full color commissions each month, which is a lot and can take a lot of time and usually gets me to the end of the month with doing. Excuse me. But for $20, I would gladly do a few more, because that would mean that my time going towards that is, actually worth something. So anyway, happy birthday, Patreon. And for other things, we did have Patreon drawings this week, new drawings, which I have not printed out yet. So let's just get that up. And I don't remember if there's anything else specific that happened this week. Media. Looking through Twitter and Twitter at the same time. Three Houses was very good, though. I'm really enjoying it. Alright, that's right. I went to a Yankee game on Tuesday. That's what the other event was. One of the other drawings was Precipice Tycho once again. Let's see if he'll... in coveralls with like a suit there. Some banter going on with Gabe. And the last one was drawing a one of the priests, a Kohen from the biblical temple period. Circa, I want to say, negative, or 300 BC, BCE. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. And so those are the last two for the month. I also did a thing for Proton John. That was a cross between G Gundam. Come on. Focus. Cross between G Gundam and Keijo. And that's all the context you're getting over here. You can go on Twitter and you can look at it. But as for anything else that happened this week, let's see. People are talking about how long ago people used the Hapog capture cards, and mine is right there. I don't use it anymore, but it makes me feel old. It's right. The white wire over there also. The white wire right here is my Dazzle capture card. I never really put them away anywhere. And let's see, the Yankee game was fun. Lucajin made a couple of pieces of art, and that's really cool. I like it when other people do art. I really enjoy other people's art, like all of it. So like whenever people post in my Discord or like my mutuals post their art, I just go, I'm very happy to see art. A lot of Fire Emblem memes. This game is great. Like, I love Fire Emblem, Three Houses, and the memes coming out of it are amazing. And, okay, so yeah, I don't really have anything else there. Okay, so for the final word of the day, I'm going to use language here that I don't normally use. And you may say, Dovey, you didn't like, what kind of language do you mean? I'm going... I don't normally enjoy using, like, any sort of vulgarities out of, I don't know. I have, like, a usual set that I don't consider vulgarities, but, like, I don't use heavy vulgarities, but please, don't be an asshole. That's my word of the day. And I feel that very much, which is why, again, you may say, Dovey, that's not a vulgarity. It's not a vulgarity to you. I don't say that. And the reason I don't say that is because I feel that people should have, or at least not people. I'm not going to speak for other people because they were raised differently. But me raised personally, I don't feel that I need that to get my points across, except when it's absolutely necessary. And in this case, I feel it's absolutely necessary to remind you, just be nicer. There's a lot to be angry about these days. There's a lot to be angry about, and I will not tell you to not be angry, because there is a purpose to anger. What there is not a purpose to is being hateful. There is a difference and a line. And a lot of people cannot discern that line. The line between anger and hate. Anger is something that you can use constructively. It's something that the feeling of injustice in this world, of something needing to change, and you can forge that into progress towards something. Hate, the only thing hate is going to do is going to make you a worse person, and it's going to make the situation worse. And you have to understand that. And one big thing that hate brings is people being assholes. When you're online, and in person too, but it's harder to do in person. When you're online, before you open your mouth and before you type that thing on Discord or Twitter or Facebook or whatever you're doing, ask yourself, am I helping? Is this gonna help? Is this gonna make whoever I'm talking to feel better or think better or act better? Or am I just doing it because I'm an asshole? Think about it. Think about the things that you say, because sometimes you initially justify yourself and say, yeah, of course I'm doing the right thing. This person's doing something wrong or doing something that I don't think is as good as they should be. So I'm going to correct them, or I'm going to tell them what I think. And you can just tell yourself, maybe that's not the best course of action. And you can tell yourself that several times a day, in fact. Because sometimes, and for some people a lot of the time, it's really better to just let people be happy. It's really better to say, is this the right time to say this? Am I talking to the right crowd with this? Am I using the right language that won't be inflammatory or misconstrued? Think about what you say. Be nicer. Don't be a jerk. That's my final word for the day. I feel very strongly about this. It's not something that I'm always perfect at. I make mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes in my life. But one thing that I really try to do, again, I make mistakes and I don't always do it. One thing I try to do is before I type something out to somebody, whether I know them or I don't know them, I say, are they in the right frame of mind for this? Will they accept this, or will this just make them angrier? Because, man, a lot of people do not think about that. And I want you to try to think about that. Because I know that you can be better. We can all be better. But I know that you can be better. And that you are better than all of this, all of the hate. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate you trying to become a better person. And here's to good times coming up ahead. We're at the start of August, which you might think is winding down the end of summer, but we're really only a month into summer right now. We have August and September as the actual summer season, so use that time. Get outside, get some sunlight, get some fresh air. You got this. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.